Okay friends, it's time to get started on our job. One of the first things you want to do is safely raise and support the rear of the vehicle so the wheel is off the ground. After that, we're going to go ahead and remove the center cover. You're going to find a little tab in here that you can carefully get in between and gently pry without damaging the wheel. Go ahead and pull that off of there, give it a quick inspection, set that aside. After that, you're going to continue on by removing all 5 of your 19mm lug nuts. Let's remove the wheel. Now that the wheel's off of there, we can continue on to getting ready to remove this entire area. Now what you want to do is make your way up towards the center. There's going to be a jam nut located right here between the outer end of the tie rod and the inner end of the tie rod. We want to go ahead and break that free. Something that I want to mention is it's a good idea to just go ahead and replace both of these at the same time. Let's go ahead and turn that jam nut counterclockwise to loosen it. Now once it's broken free, we can continue. Now if you make your way to the outer aspect of the tie rod, you're going to find that you have a bolt that comes down through the top of the knuckle, and then there's an 18mm nut down along the bottom. Let's go ahead and remove that nut and then drive the bolt up and out of here. We'll give that a quick inspection, put it together, set it aside. Go ahead and separate that. Now we can grab onto the outer portion of the tie rod and we're going to go ahead and turn this counterclockwise to remove it. As we're turning this, I want to count the amount of turns along the way. 1, 2, and so on. All right, go ahead and write that number down. Let's get this tie rod on here. Before we go ahead and put it into the lateral link, let's use a little bit of copper never seize on the threads. Let's put a jam nut on here. Generally, I like to put this down approximately halfway. Now we can line this up with the lateral link. We're going to turn it in the exact number of turns it took to remove it originally. One, 2, and so on. Now once you have it in the perfect amount of threads, continue on over at the knuckle. We're going to make sure that this fits right in here. Generally, this shouldn't have to move very much to make it fit. If it seems like you put this in and the knuckle's tilted out like that, that essentially means that you screwed it in too many threads. Just go ahead and recount those threads. Let's take the jam bolt and put it down and through. Go ahead and put the nut on there. Now we'll bottom this out and torque it to manufacturer's specification. Let's torque this to 66 foot-pounds. Let's make our way back to the jam nut. Go ahead and tighten that up. Now I'm going to use a 22mm to hold the lateral link, and we'll tighten the jam nut with a 21. Let's go ahead and get the wheel up on here. Start on all of your lug nuts, bottom them out. We'll get the wheel back on the ground, and then we'll torque each of them to 100 foot-pounds. With the wheel back on the ground, let's torque these in a crisscross manner. Torqued. Of course, if you had a center cover, go ahead and put it on now. Looking at the back, you can see the areas where all the lug nuts need to fit into. Make sure it's secure. Okay friends, we got the truck back together. What's left to do now? Now of course you're going to want to safely take it down to your local alignment shop and get yourself a 4-wheel alignment. Thank you for watching.